What's going on, everybody? It's LeTroy again. Here we are for another version of the Late Night View. This is something I wanted to do for people like me, insomniacs that sometimes can't sleep at night, as well as people that have to work at night. I've had a bunch of friends that have had babies lately and they're up in the middle of the night. So I thought, why not give people some late night entertainment, some late night commentary, all that good stuff. I do want to shout out my friend Al-Haji. He bought me these new mics. I have not figured out how to work them yet, so the sound might not be as amazing in here, but I just always appreciate when people do stuff for me like that. Also, I told you guys I was going to try to figure out the whole setup thing, because before I had that desk that looked like I was running for the SGA president. I didn't really care for that too much, but I feel like this is a little more grown and sexy, just a touch of love a little bit. So let me know what you think about this setup. I like it. I was going more for the late night feel, but it's the late night feel with a low night budget and doing it all by myself. So whatever. Again, trying to keep this under 30 minutes because I know that who wants to sit and talk to people or listen to people ramble on for 30 minutes. And so let's just get it started. The Late Night View, let's go. And I have my cue cards because I be forgetting stuff. So I got my cue cards and let's just bust out the first one. Oh! This past weekend, I was so distraught. I was so upset when I found out that they had put Nicki Minaj in jail. I said, how do you put Nicki Minaj in jail on the way to her show? But then, at the further investigation, it was something about, like, somebody had some drugs, somebody was on the plane with Dwayne. I don't really know what happened. I don't think anybody does. But what it made me think of is I tell people and my friends all the time, y'all gotta stop going to these countries thinking you can do whatever you want. Just because it's cool over here in America, and just because you're American and you think that you can do whatever. Hold on, wait. Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad, I think. Right? Hey Siri, where's Nicki Minaj from?
Monica Tanya Maraj Petty, known professionally as Nicki Minaj, is a Trinidadian-born rapper and singer based in the United States.
Okay,
that is from Wikipedia. Should I keep going?
No, I'm good, girl. Thanks. Siri is my co-host since it's just me. But let me point something out. There's nothing wrong with fact-checking. A lot of people do not fact-check, and that is a problem, especially on the internet. Because I'm over here talking about Nicki Minaj is American, and she's not. But Nicki Minaj grew up in New York City. And what I will say is a lot of people that are American or American adjacent think that we can go to other places and that the laws and the rules and the regulations that we have here apply over there, and they don't. Again, I don't know if that's what happened with Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Ninja, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie, but I do know that a lot of us go to countries and we don't respect a lot of their culture. We don't respect the fact that we can't dress certain ways, we can't listen to certain music, that we can't perform certain ways as performers. And also a really big thing as a black gay man is that there's a lot of countries I do not and will not go to because being gay is a crime. There are countries that if I were to go to, I could be killed as a crime for being gay. So when I heard that Nicki Minaj, it wasn't funny, but it was the fact that Nicki was on Instagram Live the whole entire time. She was on Instagram Live until they closed that jail cell on her, and then she said, let me log my ass off. But no, I just want to say that it's important to know where you're going, to know what you can have and what you can't have, because you don't want to, and if they will lock Nicki Minaj up, they will lock your ass up, okay? And again, that's why I'm even now, when I go on vacation, before I go to certain places, I'll Google their laws and I will make sure that I'm okay to go. I'm not going to Kazakhstan. I'm not going to Pakistan. I'm not going to nowhere with no stand because I know at the end of the day, they do not like gay people. Gay people do not have rights, and that means I won't go. I don't think that that's right. I think that should be against human rights. But at the end of the day, if that's what it is what it is, even when it ain't. But I'm glad that they freed my girl Nicki. My girl Nicki is out. The crazy thing about me is that I don't know when I became a Nicki Minaj stan. I think a lot of the barbs will tell you they used to want to beat me up and fight me. But I think what happened was Nicki Minaj went back to work. When Nicki Minaj started releasing records again, like her own records and not just features, her own records, and she went on her own sold out arena tours. It's not like she was doing House of Blues, like a whole arena tour. Nicki Minaj don't play around with them girls no more. Nicki don't talk to them girls no more. Nicki is like, I am Nicki Minaj, okay? And I think that's what I've always wanted from Nicki Minaj, is for her to operate like she's Nicki Minaj. You know, she got the Everybody record is big, and so is the Club Up. The Club Up, like everywhere, high heels on my tippy. It is everywhere. And so I think that is where my admiration for Nicki Minaj has come from, because she's back to work, baby. And I love when the girls go to work. The shout out to Nicki, so I'm glad that Nicki Minaj is out of jail. But again, as a cautionary tale to everyone, make sure you know the rules and the laws and the expectation to all of these places that you go, because if they will lock Nicki up, they will lock you up too, okay? Next question, Tamika. Oh, this is very interesting to me. You know, I always get very interested when certain people get interviewed, because I didn't know that people would interview them. But the girl, the lady, I don't know. I don't even know how old she is, because I know nothing about her. But PinkPantheress, Pink Panther. She got 1.5 songs, as far as I know. That Boy's a Liar, and then That Boy's a Liar, the remix with Ice Spice, which I love. I love both of those records. But she was saying that today you don't need a song that has a bridge and a second verse and an intro and an outro. And I agree with her. And I agree with her because I feel like a lot of new artists don't like making music. And if you don't like making music, why would I expect for you to go and record an 8-minute song and an intro and outro? It's kind of like what Beyonce said a while ago. She was like, nobody likes making albums anymore. And Beyonce went and made 18 albums after she said that. But it's just, Beyonce was trying to let y'all know, y'all better start making albums again. But now, nobody even likes making singles anymore. And I blame the fans for that. And I blame the fans because the fans act like they like music that they really don't. The fans, it's such a groupthink industry now. You know what I'm saying? It's such a thing where if one person likes it, then everybody acts like they like it. They have a TikTok chart. How do you know if somebody really likes a song off TikTok? Just because they used it on their TikTok or they did a TikTok dance, that does not mean they liked it. That means they were just trying to do what everybody else does. And if an artist can say, I'm going to go make a 2-minute song and be #1 on the TikTok Billboard chart, why would they work harder if they don't like making music? And honestly, I don't know PinkPantheress, the Pink Panther, whatever her name is. I don't know her. But to say that you don't want to create a bridge lets me know that you don't really like creating music. And you don't have to create music when the fans aren't really here for the musicality. You know what I'm saying? They're not here for the background vocals. They're not here for the intro. They're not here for the outro. They don't want to hear the ad-libs at the end. Don't y'all remember the ad-libs at the end of a record used to just ride through the summer? Like the track, the actual beat would be going off. And real R&B, and I just know R&B because that's my thing. R&B, but real R&B singers would just be going off at the end of the track and the radio would play it. But they don't do that today. They worried about the TikTok charts. They worried about but I've never heard, these people worried about getting on the bubbling under charts. I didn't even know it was how do you bubble under a chart, honey? I don't know what's going on. But when I heard her say that, she's not wrong. And people were attacking her, and I'm just like, she's not wrong. People don't want that. And so why would you, these people don't even go to their studio sessions most of the time. Most of the time, they just show up, they record the verse, maybe some of the chorus, and they leave. So how can you expect somebody that can get away with doing that little of work to go in there and do an 8-minute song? And that's everybody in life. That's everybody in life. Nobody gonna go to work. You're not going to Forever 21. You're not going to AT&T. You're not going to Best Buy and working your ass off if you don't have to. If you can become Employee of the Year and work 20 hours the entire year, not a week, if you can go and work 20 hours at Bank of America and become Banker of the Year, you're not going to go for more than 20 hours. And I just think PinkPantheress, is that the PinkPantheress is her name. I think that she is giving the fans what they want. And the fans want mediocre. And the fans want to be able to listen to the song in the car, in the club. And not even just that, they just want to listen to what everybody else is listening to. And that is why I think PinkPantheress was right. I'm not about to go create no bridge if you're not gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna go create no bridge and you're not gonna play it on the radio. I'm not gonna go create no bridge and they cut it off in the middle of the club. I'm not gonna go create no bridge when they don't even play your bridge. They're gonna do some remix. And let me get y'all straight right quick. All these remixes, they're not real remixes, sweetheart. It's not a real remix unless you have new vocals, new voices, new verses. That's not a remix. You just adding somebody on the song is not a remix. But again, that is exactly why the Pink Panther said that I'm not recording a whole 80-minute song for y'all to come and just throw somebody that's on the label on my record and to take me off. So PinkPantheress, you told more of the truth than a lot of these people in the industry want to tell. How about that? Now you know the rest of the story. Okay? Oh, this is a fun one for me. My boy Ray Daniels, my brother, has a podcast called The Gaud Show. And I was watching it earlier, and he had Lil Scrappy and Chaotic on his show. And of course, if you have Lil Scrappy and Chaotic on your show, it gets chaotic. First of all, shout out. I have been a big Lil Scrappy fan ever since high school, because when he was like, get out the crowd if you're scared, I really, that resonated with me, because I grew up right outside of Baltimore, right? But when people would start fighting, I would get out the crowd because I was scared. But they were talking about, is it okay for straight heterosexual men to tell their friends that their friends look good or attractive? Now, of course, everybody knows that I'm an openly gay black man. But what I'm going to tell y'all is, as an openly black gay man, I am the black woman's best friend. And I think it's okay, and I know that it's okay, and I know why a lot of men do it, is they look and judge at their homeboys, not because of like a attraction or like a gay thing. It's because of women. Y'all probably, that went over y'all head. Men judge other men and their appearance because of women. And let me tell y'all why. If you meet, as a guy, as a man, as a straight man, you meet a girl, you fly, you fresh, your shoes is clean, you got your jewelry on, you got a nice car, your car is washed, you go out on a date with this girl for 3-4 times, and she's like, oh man, let's go out, you invite your homeboys, and I invite my homegirls, and we could all go hang out and have dinner, right? As a man, as a straight man, you want your friend to show up looking good. And you know why? You want your friend to show up looking good because your friend is a reflection of you. So if you've been pulled up, your clothes have been ironed, your car has been cleaned, your shoes have been cleaned, and you trying to impress this chick, you want to make sure that your friends show up looking good. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to make sure that their hair is cut, they got a line up, their car is washed, they shoes is clean, because your friends are a reflection of you. If you ever looked at a man and their friends and their group of friends, they all look alike. They all look alike. They all carry themselves a certain way. And so if you are dating a girl and she want to invite her girls and tell you to invite your boys, and your boys show up looking like a bum, she's going to think you're secretly a bum. She's going to think that you have been playing. Her homegirl is going to talk about you and your friends. That is why it is okay to tell your friend whether or not they look good. They need to know, because then you also need to tell them when they look bad. Like, yo, you look, did you go to the bar? You ain't go? Maybe you shouldn't come. And that is why I think that it's okay. And that is why I think that heterosexual men judge the appearance of their friends. It's like, yo, you look good. You are a groomsman in your friend's wedding. You gonna be like, yo, you look good. Walk down the aisle with that lady. You look good. If your friend looked a mess, you would tell your friend, wait a minute, baby, maybe you should rethink it. It's just like if you see a bum, you know, oh, you don't really get dressed. Your shoes are scuffed up. Your car's scuffed up. Everything's scuffed up. You're going to align yourself with those type of people. And if you see a chick and a chick want to come up to you looking like a bum, then most likely her and her friends, how do I say this respectfully, are bums. That's what they like. That's what they expect. So they don't expect a certain thing. They don't have a certain caliber. And so the dudes that look like bums, most of the time, their friends look like bums. And they be bumming together. And when homegirl bring her homegirls around, her friends probably look like bums too. That is why I'm saying it's okay to tell your friends, your heterosexual friends, or to think that your friends look good. Because you don't want to show up with the bum ass friend. Just like if you got you a lady, like an AK, you know, the AKAs, they always pull up. And the first time she meets you, you in a suit. Second time, third time, y'all go on a date, you got on a suit. So she like, oh, I want you to come out with my sorors, right? Y'all go out to a nice restaurant. What's a nice restaurant these days? I don't know. Nobody takes me on a date. But let's just say Mr. Chow, for instance. They, you know, she show up with her sorors, they all pulled up. They're like, ski, like, you know, they pulled up. And your homeboy showing to Mr. Child with some cargo shorts on and some busted ass, old ass Air Force Ones that are scuffed up. They gonna think that you a bum too, you just been lying. And that's why it's important to tell your friends, your straight men, it's okay to be honest with your homeboys whether or not they look up to par. That is why straight men judge and can tell their friends whether or not they look good or bad, because if they don't, you're not gonna get no girls. I'm telling you. As a black gay man, as a black gay man, we are a black woman's Bible. Your friends are a reflection of you. I'm telling you, it's a lot of men that have lost and lost out on great women because their friends do not align with what they have presented. I'm just saying. Tell straight men, tell your homeboys when they look good, and also tell them when they look bad. I'm just saying. So shout out to Ray in the Gaud show, because when I saw that, I was like, oh, damn, I wish I was in Atlanta, because I would have definitely had something to say about that. But I'm just telling y'all. Next, let's go on. Northwest performed at the Hollywood Bowl. Okay, there's a lot of people sitting at home that ain't never even been to the Hollywood Bowl, but was judging a kid, saying that she shouldn't have did it, and it's only because of her parents. Isn't that the reason that your parents work hard? Isn't that the reason that your parents sacrifice, is so that their kids can do great things? And I just think it's wrong, because y'all know the reason why they be talking about Northwest. They talk about stay with it, Northwest, because they don't like her parents. But that's not cool. That is a child. And there's nothing wrong with her having the opportunity to go up there at the Hollywood Bowl and be part of the Lion King. And there's only certain celebrity kids that people do that to. And I don't like that, and I don't think that that's cool. I know me growing up back in the day, the kids was off limits. It didn't matter if you like the mother, the grandmother, the dad, the grandmama was the baby. It don't matter. The kids was off limits. They would support the kids. If the kids graduated, they would come and support the kids. And we need to get back to supporting the kids. That's why these kids is taking shots of Hennessy at 7 o'clock in the morning at school, because the neighborhood and the people don't support the kids no more. And I think we got to leave the kids alone. Famous or no famous. That is exactly why Drake keep hiding all these kids. Drake keep hiding all these kids. Y'all was talking about his son like a dog. Why y'all be talking about these people, kids? The kids, unless you beefing with them, are off limits. Now, if you beefing with the parent, I don't know, you can talk about people, kids. But leave Northwest, and I don't even know Drake's kid's name. Drake got about 13 kids they said that we don't know about. But the kids should stay out of it unless you beefing. So I guess they should have been talking about Drake's kids. I don't know, but leave Northwest alone, because we all know why y'all are picking on Northwest, and that's not cool, especially when y'all support other people's kids. How about that? So I want to talk about somebody that people don't talk about. I didn't mean it like that. That people don't talk about normally. That people don't really talk about normally. I want to talk about Normani, because I don't like how y'all do Normani. Because Normani put out a single last month in May. Her album comes out in June, which is in like 2 days. I have not heard a little Bo Peep about that lady album or that lady single. And all of y'all hype her up, and all of y'all say y'all are going to support her, and y'all do not support that lady. And I don't think that that's fair. If y'all are going to hype her up, but then also the thing is, that kind of goes back to the groupthink of the music industry. Did y'all ever really like her? Did y'all ever really like Normani as an artist? Because y'all are not showing that. She's on her 18th debut single. If you're not going to support her, then stop acting like you are. And maybe I'll be surprised. And maybe when her album comes out next month, it'll go double platinum its first week. You know, but I just think that it's very interesting that Normani has all of this online support, but when it comes to really supporting her, that doesn't happen. And I think that goes back to what PinkPantheress said, that or what I said about her in that situation is it's a lot of groupthink. It's a lot of groupthink. It was like, oh, she got a record with Cardi B. Oh, she did the motivation video, which was 106 and Park inspired, but y'all do not support that girl. Y'all don't. And y'all need to stop acting like you're going to support her. And she is on her 45th #1 single. Her album come out next week, and I ain't seen her no on Build or Board. I'm on my last cue card. Y'all know I told y'all I'm going to run through it. I don't want to keep y'all up all night. Jennifer Lopez! Okay, Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez, they said that she is thinking about canceling her Vegas residency. I didn't know she was I thought she was on tour. But what I will say is there is a reason why Jennifer Lopez had to share the Super Bowl with Shakira. I love Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is an icon to me. Jennifer Lopez is not a musical icon. And I don't know that people were waiting for Jennifer Lopez's residency. And I don't know. I just think it's interesting that they're like, and now it's like, oh, her and Ben Affleck are breaking up, and I don't know if that's part of the thing to try to sell records, but Jennifer Lopez should not be on tour right now. It's too many people on tour for Jennifer Lopez to go on tour. Jennifer Lopez should go on tour during like, I don't really have an answer for that. But Jennifer Lopez should not be trying to go on tour right now. She should not be trying to have a residency. Everybody in Vegas has a residency right now. And it don't even really be a residency. It'd be like 2 days. But Jennifer, just keep acting. You know, you're a great actress. You have movies that people, you have enough. You have Selena. You have The Wedding Planner. Girl, stop letting these people play with your name. You understand what I'm saying? But they said that, you know, they canceling her shows and that ain't cute. So I feel like I ran through that very quick. We got 26 minutes. At the end of every show, I told you guys that because I'm sitting here and I talk about everybody the whole show, that at the end of the show, I will talk about myself. One thing I saw when people were posting clips of me from past shows where people were like, well, who does he think he is? Why does he think he can talk like that? And this, that, and the third. And I just want to shout out my girl, Nina Parker. And I want to shout out my girl, Nina Parker, because years ago, she was hosting the Love and Hip Hop reunion. And Jocelyn was like, well, you're a blogger, right? And Nina was like, no, I'm actually a journalist. I have a degree in journalism. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. This is my degree from Clark Atlanta University. I have a degree in mass media arts with a concentration in public relations, a 4-year degree. And that is why I decided to do this show. I feel like there's not enough journalists that are trained journalists that have media training that actually know, even communication law, like all of that is stuff that I took classes in and all that great stuff. So that is why I wanted to do this, for all the people saying, well, who is he and why does he think he can talk about people and why does he think he should have a show? And I saw one person like, you shouldn't have a show, you're not good at this. Well, my degree is good at this. So that kind of sounded a little bit narcissistic. But no, you have to, because you don't want people playing with you and acting like you shouldn't be doing what you're doing and what you've decided to do in life. So I feel like anybody in life, if you feel like you have worked at it and that you're good at it and that you should be doing it, go ahead and do it. And that is why I have started the Late Night Viewers, because I want to I know people will say, oh, well, we agree with you, but your delivery is wrong or your delivery throws people off. If it wasn't for my delivery, you wouldn't be talking about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, it says 30 minutes, but it seemed like it went really quick, probably because of the day I had. But again, tell me how y'all like this new. Does this look very grown and sexy? Does it look like, I looked at like, whose show did I look at? It was a few people's shows I looked at and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to mirror that. I don't want to look like I am out here like signing people up at the school. Girl Scout. It looked like a Girl Scout table. But ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining me for the Late Night View. I feel like that went very fast. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Again, shout out to my friend Al Haji for getting me the mic set. I don't know how to work yet. And shout out to Ray Daniels over there at the Gaud show. I can't wait to come back. And I want to come back with Chaotic and Lil Scrappy. Because I want to tell Lil Scrappy, get out the crowd, she's scared. All right, y'all, be safe. I hope everybody had a great time watching this, and